Now, one of the favourite ones next is the Chameleon, because everyone says it's kind of hot. So, hello everybody and welcome once again back to another video on my channel. Now, I'm mixed up in a different location because this is going to be the location for reviews and predictions and stuff like that. So, as you can tell, today I'm going to be reviewing and predicting the new UK version of The Masked Singer. If you've not seen it, it's just come out. Basically, there's 2 episodes been so far, and each time there's been 6 celebrities, all in a mask, any celebrity ever, and they basically sing a song in the mask, and then you find out who one of them is at the end, and the others all go forward to try and win or something. So basically, the whole thing is taking everyone by storm. Is like, who are the celebrities? And they give you clues. There's a VT and they give you clues, and between that and between hearing their actual singing voice, you're meant to be able to kind of guess who they are. So before I predict, I will just say that it's very mixed review online. Like, you either love it or you hate it. And I personally thought I was going to hate it because I hate people dressed up like mascots and stuff. I just don't do. So I was like, oh no, this is the nightmare of healthy. I'm not going to watch it. But then I was like, but they're not kind of cute though, and they're on TV, so they can't touch me. So I tuned into it just to kind of give it a go, and then I actually got addicted to it. I was like, okay, well, now I need to know who it is. So I personally love it. I think it's got a great celebrity panel. Davina McCall's Queen, and anything she does anyway. Because Davina McCall, Ken Jeong, which surprisingly he's in it, because he's like a big Hollywood person. Rita Ora and Jonathan Ross, which they're all great, and Rita Ora's Queen as well. So they're a great judging panel. The format's really great. Although the only thing is, like, they don't explain. Like, it took me a while to figure out, like, the second episode to figure out, okay, so there's now 6 news. So I was like, what happens to the first 5 celebrities? That, like, when do we find out? Do we ever find out who they are? So it turns out you do. You just have to wait a bit longer, which is the annoying bit. It's so, like, it goes on for, like, however many weeks. But at the same time, like, it is fun trying to guess it. But, like, that's the thing, you watch it, you hear the clues, and then you just rack in your brain for ages. Some of them I feel like have been pretty easy, and some of them just like, who the hell are you? So like, if you don't know the person as a celebrity, you won't know from any of their clues either, so it's kind of a bit tricky. But no, I personally enjoy it. I think it's fun to watch, it's fun to guess. Like, the costumes are really elaborate and amazing, actually. They're really good. They're just like something you'd see in a movie, so I appreciate the effort that's gone through that. And just how they keep everything tight and secure, it's just really, like, crazy, but it's really good, and I really enjoy it. Okay, so the first singer is the Queen Bee. Now, this is one of 2 that I have absolutely no idea on, because the rest of them I'm pretty sure out of all 12. But from the clues, she basically seems like a child star, and that she, like, is like the main thing you could really go off, and that she's the Joker of the pack. Now, because of the Joker of the pack thing, everyone online is suggesting it's Margot Robbie, but I feel like it's not her, because A, the person didn't sound Australian at all, and B, like, just because she's the Joker of the pack, she wasn't the Joker was the Joker, so I don't see how that's a thing. So, and basically it could be any child star. I'm pretty sure she was British, and that could be a number of people, so that one I have no idea on, but she's a really good singer, so I'm thinking maybe she's an actress that also sings, so like somewhere along the lines of Anna Kendrick, could be. The Duck. So this one, in her clue she gave that she was sporty but shy and quiet, and the only person who I'm thinking of that's sporty that it sounds like it could have been them through their voice was Fatima Whitbread. And I predicted that, and I think they mentioned it on the show as well, so hopefully that one could potentially be right. But then also I'm thinking it could be, I originally thought Lizzo, but then I thought, well, Lizzo is not, I don't think she's sporty, but they should have a video Good as Hell where it shows she was doing sport, so I'm not sure, but my main guess for that would be Fatima Whitbread. Now, the unicorn. First of all, it's obvious that whoever it is, it's a gay man, because they mention in the clip about I've got a new mane or something, and then the costume, the mane is a rainbow, so obviously hint to a rainbow flag, and just watching the person move around on the stage, it's blatantly obvious. So I guess it's for that, out of like how they kind of moved and spoke, either John Barrowman or Louis Spence. And I did think maybe Sam Smith, but then I didn't think Sam Smith would be that flamboyant around the stage. But no, my guesses are definitely John Barrowman or Louis Spence. Now, because there's already been obviously 2 episodes, the next one is the Butterfly, who I couldn't guess who it was actually either until they revealed it at the end, because she was the one that got evicted, and that turned out to be Patsy Palmer from EastEnders. But literally, I would have no idea from the clues they gave, because it was about like how she was living where the California wildfires are, and how she was like living abroad and come back, and I didn't know anything. But all I knew she was from EastEnders. Like that's the like if they mentioned that, maybe I'd have got it, but I didn't have a clue for that one. Now, one of the favourite ones next is the Chameleon, because everyone says it's kind of hot. So I'm thinking, I don't really have much of an idea, but I'm trying to think of like a well-built man. And in the clues they gave that they are kind of like fun or whatever, and then they also said the main thing that they voiced a kid's cartoon character. So I was kind of thinking, okay, who's like probably in 30s, 40s, well-built, used to do kids voice acting, and I couldn't think at first. And then they mentioned on the show Reggie Yates, and I was like, oh my god, that is so Reggie Yates. Also, I kind of agreed with some others when they said Will Mellor, and I was thinking, because we know Will Mellor can sing, but then it's just like the way he was being all like kind of swag, and I was like, maybe not Will Mellor based on that. Like it's like the swag of Reggie Yates, but with the rest of it as Will Mellor. So I'm agreeing either one of those, but I couldn't on the spot think of another suggestion. The Hedgehog. At first, I wasn't sure. I was like, probably some older guy who's like really posh, like maybe some kind of like politician or author, I don't know, something along them lines. And then the more I heard the voice, I kind of twigged, and my guess is Alexander Armstrong, because if you hear the voice and then you hear some of his music that has been on the TV adverts and stuff, it kind of matches, so that's why I'm thinking it's him. The Daisy. Now, I couldn't think of who the Daisy was, but I feel like when I find out, I will kick myself and I'll be like, oh yes, because the voice sounds so familiar. Because if you listen to the voice, it's obviously a female, but it's like a husky sort of vibe to it. And they're Americans, it's like, and they're really like kind of bubbly. So I'm thinking, who's kind of like fun, bubbly, American, sort of husky voice. I couldn't figure it out. And then Ken said Lindsay Lohan. And that's when I twigged, because I was listening to Lindsay Lohan's music, like in my head. And then I was like, I feel like that must be her, because she's got a quite husky voice even when she sings, and I've seen a person I could kind of match that up with. So that's what I'm thinking, Lindsay Lohan. Now the Fox, before they even suggested names, the panel, before they even suggested names for her, I kind of twigged Samantha Fox, which is what they also said, because I took the idea they said about her being literal, like a literal fox, and a silver fox, and she's like quite good looking, and she's a model or something, and she's like an older lady now, so that's why I think her. There was also the guy who turned out to be Alan Johnston, who I had no idea which was the Pharaoh. Literally, the only thing I could get was Cabinet Prime Minister. I would not know if he came up to me and said, hello, I'm Alan Johnston, so I had no idea in that one. And also, there was the Tree. Now, they mentioned something about being sort of like sporty and on the pitch, so obviously, for some football player, I wasn't too sure. And then one of the judges said David Beckham, because I'm not the biggest football person either, obviously. So they said David Beckham, and then the guy, the mask spoke, the Tree spoke, and then I was like hearing David Beckham's like accent in my head, and then hearing that, I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely David Beckham. And the last one, I'm pretty sure 100% on this one that the monster is CeeLo Green, because they mentioned something about being sort of big, and CeeLo Green's always been like a rounded person, to put it nicely, and I think he talks about him being like that anyway. So yeah, and being kind of short. He looks kind of short anyway, and like if you think about it, the costume's going to add some height, and it could be a bit deceiving anyway. But then, no matter what they said, like the voice gave it away so much, because remember, CeeLo Green was Knowles Barkley beforehand, if you didn't know, and the voice is obviously the same, and you listen to that voice, I mean it's singing a different song, but listen to the voice, I'm pretty sure you can twig it, and I'm 100%, because even then Rita Ora afterwards, she twigged, and she was like, oh, it's CeeLo Green, so I'm pretty sure if a couple of people agree, it must be. That is my definite, I'm pretty sure. The rest of them, I'm not as 100%, but that one I hopefully is the one I'm most sure on, even if it's wrong. So yeah, that's my predictions, and I hope you enjoyed this video, because I've not really done a prediction thing or anything like that before, but I thought it was such a good show, like I had to like get on board with it, because everyone's making their prediction. I was like, it's fun though, because I think it's fun to look back after the show's finished and see if you were right. So yeah, I think that's all the thing is, because I think next they come back and it's the same one. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's just a bit of fun at the end of the day, isn't it? So that is that. So if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a like, share it with friends, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon with another video.